for your boxes that you bought at retail. But even at that, they're not expensive. Those are 50 cent to $1.50 cards. But I will find out. I will let you know. Fleer Ultra Wolverine Mirage Auto. I probably need to put a number in there because it's coming up with the Mirages from. Oh wait, that says no actives. I want solds. No solds, no actives. All right. So what do you do if you're trying to price out something and you cannot find a direct comp? So we come back and look at directly. Oh, well, hold on. Probably having a hard time finding it because I can't spell the word Fleer. Let's retry everything. Well, welcome, Amanda. I think you are muted right now, but you're joining us.
Okay. That was faster than I was anticipating.
Well, and you told me a time, and I didn't pay attention, and so
that's all right. That's all right. We're meeting half. Oh no, we're not meeting halfway. I tried.
You're pretty. You got here.
All right. What are we looking at?
I am just show you. I am looking at. Let's remove this for a sec and. An autograph card from Fleer Ultra Wolverine.
Oh, nice.
Mark Sasso's Mirage. We're using it as a comp example. Like, what would I do about this? Because I'll tell you, this gets really fun. There's 74 of them out there in the world, right? And the last one sold for a whopping $6.
Okay.
It's pretty cheap. Prior to that, 1850, 26, 40, 45.
Okay, but we're going way back now.
You're going pretty far back, and I would not make any case to fight for these numbers here. I would not turn around and tell you this type of stuff there. I'm really looking at stuff. This is 6 months ago, even at 18. 6 feels really low for an autographed to 74. I'll be honest, it feels pretty low.
Hey, morning, everybody on Instagram. Billy's alive. Nice. Celio. Bobby, good morning. Billman, good morning.
You get to watch your chat feed. I don't see them here, but
Leo. Yeah, we're also on Instagram, so say hi.
Gotcha. I am live to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch for the store.
Okay, but Name just hopped in over on Instagram. And there isn't anyone on this planet that I'm more irritated with right now.
Okay.
He's an Oilers fan.
Oh, well, that would be pretty bad.
Yeah, and he's a delighted Oilers fan, so I'm just going to have some more tea because it's really early.
Well, I was done with the playoffs a long time ago because
we both were.
That went poorly. So I didn't like the $6 comp, right?
Right.
So what am I going to do next? I'm going to look at other just comps of things out here. So as an example here, you've got Hope Summers, which sold for 20. And Deadpool's too high of a character to comp. Like I'm not going to try to make a comp with that. Almost Hulk is too high of a character to comp. It's just not the same as Mirage. But the low end characters, the less chased characters, let's not say low end, right?
Right.
The less chased characters, you still get a lot of this. But I mean, even Guardian got to 12.
All right. Can we sidestep for a moment?
Okay.
Skybox, hey, how are you? I hope I'll see you at the National. So our friend Billman is asking for thoughts on V-Friends.
So that's going to have to come into your arena because
I don't have many thoughts on V-Friends. Honestly, it feels like something that they are trying to convince me is cool that I don't feel like is cool.
I'm not taking the time and effort to become a top stealer. So for that reason, it stays off my radar. I've seen enough of it that I understand it. I get it. Like I see what the product is. and I can see angles that matter, right?
Ugh.
Like, did you ever think like day one you ever saw a garbage pail kid that was something? You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
anything like that can build a niche area. My first gut reaction is it doesn't feel like something that has longevity. It feels like it feels closer to like a Beanie Baby to me than a Funko Pop. Funko Pops have lasted a long time. Beanie Babies had a moment in the sun.
Right. So this initially, like for me right now, it just feels like this is the initial like hype push. So I want to like wait and see if it like kind of organically takes root at once this has all settled down.
I will also say this: when you sit there and talk about some card collecting and ripping today, and you see where the traction and the money is spent, if it's all being driven by only breaks and only high hits, and that so much of it ends up becoming, it's the way sports cards are, right? Like base cards are thrown away. Like
That's wild.
They don't think of it the same way that we think about it. So when you get in the non-sport world, base cards are not really nothings. Like people still collect a set. People still want things. But is V-Friends going to get treated more like sports cards and that base cards don't matter?
Yeah, I think we just have to wait and see. I think it's
Right.
just too early right now.
You have to have enough people that are going to drive a large enough market that it keeps up and it's beyond just one of ones and low serial numbers and high chases. If you only have that, it's not very sustainable.
Oh, see, so Billman, I didn't even know it had sticker cards. Like I'm really not paying attention right now until it calms down and like to see like what Keith said. Like, are people just tossing the base cards? Are people making sets? Is it going to take root with the community?
You do get a sample of it in the mail when you get your PSA magazine. The PSA magazine.
Got it.
So there's a sample pack in there.
Oh, okay, I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, and that'll give you a flavor test. Rarities are printed on the pack, like what the rarity is. So I think that as far as collectability, they're very open up front and honest about what the cards, what's what. What I opened was a base card of something that didn't seem to be anything at all, a sticker like that wasn't anything at all. And so it didn't grab my attention.
Yeah.
I'm going to wrap up Mirage here and say this. You may have a comp of $6 as the last sold. I would not be under 15 on this card.
So I was going to say so let's say all the comps were $6. Mm-hmm. But to me, regardless of the comps, I'm going to value that at $20 and that's that.
Well, and 15 to 20 is exactly where my mindset was. If here, hold on. I'll show you exactly. I can get there real quick. Mirage 20/15, right? The thought is this. I will also be honest as a business, as I want more comics. We have a different base of consumer for buying cards than just the groups, just people who have already grabbed what they want out of the groups. We are creating some new collectors out there, from people who can see it physically, see it in hand, see it at the shop, and be able to do that. And because of that, and our rewards program, you spend $100 with the shop in a month, you're getting $5 back the next month. You spend $500, you're getting $75 back the next month in credit to spend on something else. So because of this, there's a little bit baked into the price that way, and there's a little bit that I have to consider for that. But I have no rush to move this card out of my hands at $6.
Right.
I think it's really nice. I will say this: when you start talking about things in collecting, 74 cards, 74 serial number to this. It's not a special serial number. There are not 74 people putting together this set. There's not that many of them that are going to be put together as set. There are individual Mirage collectors. There are people who like the character. There are some set collectors. I'm a set collector. This is the second one I opened, so that's why this one's in the extra pile. But because the demand is not going to be the same as some of the top characters that have larger character chasers, it is going to influence the price a little bit on that. But you take this, and somebody who isn't worried about set collecting but just wants a cool card and sees this for $15, I think it's going to fit for them.
Oh, I would think so too.
It's just fine.
LC Trading Card Bunker says that they PC Mirage.
Yeah. Leo, we did go through the Psylocke in the first hour that I did. But
the first hour, I'm so sorry.
no. This is the way the world works. You got real life comes up. That's the deal. No problem at all. But the Psylocke I have is not. I have no problem pulling it back up because it's sitting right here. It's not mint. That's the best way to put it in all this. It has some amount. You can see there, Amanda, the bricking. The only Psylocke I had extra inside the front looks really amazing. There was a small amount of whiting across the top, but the bricking on the back is going to keep it off of what I would sell on our website. We sell EX or better.
That's still like a perfect binder card.
It is a great binder card. It will look amazing in a binder. My notes here say that we turned around and priced that a near mint one would be 30 to 35. And this one is going to be priced at 15 as an example because of the bricking.
That's not even, so the last box of that I opened bricked, and the bricking was right down the front. So that's, I mean, if it has to brick, that's not a terrible way for it to look.
Yeah, it's not as bad for that. But that was that. And then the only other option is that we'll have up on the website and all this. I did have a complete set, and we looked at the cards inside the complete set. These are in really good condition. Really
nice.
So I wouldn't build a set with bricked cards, like that's
right. Yeah.
So that option will be there. And I think we were at my notes here, somewhere between 150 to 175 for the complete set.
Oh, I don't think that's bad at all.
Leo, we just went through that already, so I'm just kind of moving on to some other stuff for the people that are here. I will look at your list after the show and let you know what we've got there. I do have those cards, so we will turn around and have that. We can answer that Santa one as we go. Yes, the complete set has Psylocke in it. It's the complete set. It's all 100 cards. So that we will have everything here we're looking at, and then we're going to be turning around and getting up live to the website for purchasing, because again, this is available for everyone, international included, although international shipping rates are the scariest thing I've ever seen in that. Okay, Leo.
Wait, Trading Card Bunker loves the Mojo cards in that set. Isn't Mojo's like on the back of like 15 different cards, right? Like that's a lot. Yeah,
so there's two parts to the set. Is that the back of the cards is a story by Dan Slott and Mark Buckingham. That's all. It's called Slave Preview, and it's Mojo doing a
Spiral or Mojo. Like
yeah, they're in a lot of that. So that is that is there, and then Mojo. There's a whole 9 card that also has like the X Babies and Mojo and all this. So there is quite a bit of Mojo in that. For that thing. Padwin asks, does Marvel have any interesting cards with Santa appearances? Like 93, 94 Star Wars, the Santa Yoda, the 3PO, and the 2008 Batman Santa comic cards. So I remember, not specifically Marvel, but I remember Santa Todd that was in Wizard. You remember the Wizard promos that was Todd McFarlane doing Santa? I'm trying to think if there's any other Marvel. I think there's a possibility he has a card in. There's an 84 first comic covers that has a weird one. I think that's true.
Outside of that, it would probably have to be like some kind of magazine promo, right? Like
it would. Yeah, I don't think of any base card that really has that. 28 out of 74 here on.
We're gonna find 3 of them now after we end the show.
Oh yeah, of course. That's the way it works.
Yeah, and we're gonna be like, duh.
You're like, hey, dummy, you didn't remember this? You're like, oh man. Tom Morgan autograph on Captain America, same set, right? Same one that we had. what do you do when this is a better character, right? I mean, and I mean that it is a better sellable character because there's probably more people that chase Captain America than Mirage.
Doom, good morning. Or good afternoon for you.
Really good comp here from just 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
March for 33. $30 here in February. That's a real stable market. 31 in December. So like you got 3 in a row that are a very stable market. None of them are crazy serial numbers. So this one's easier. This one, sometimes you get lucky on this whole thing, right? And if the comps are before shipping are 30 to 33, I have no problem on this one calling Captain America $35.
Ginter Gold, good morning. For anyone who is over on Instagram or anyone who's in YouTube, Ginter Gold Fever on Instagram is one of my favorite accounts. If I could nuke my account and have it look like anybody else's account, it would be that one.
So Leo, you're looking for the set, and this is the pricing show that's going to get the cards ready so that they can be added to the website. Nothing's up on the website yet until we get through this step. So it will be up in the next couple days that you're able to do that. You contacted me through, it was either Instagram or Facebook. I will message you when it goes live on the website, and then you'll be able to turn around and purchase there. And like we said, just because, everything here is always half a sales pitch, right? Whatever you spend this month is rewards next month. So on our website, we have the full rewards program. So, yeah, Leo, I'll be able to message you as soon as that goes live, the minute it goes live, so that you'll be able to jump in there before Google even indexes it out to the rest of the world. So you'll be able to get into that. But the full set is nice. I will real quickly, just for we pulled this out before, but
that is the card. That's the chase.
Corners are clean. Shine is nice.
George, good morning.
You have the smallest, because it's really, really common on this set, where they did the stamping. You'll see right there at the copyright, you see a little bit of flecking. There's just the smallest. Down there, that looks weird and messy, but that's actually just art. But right there's just the smallest little 2 dots right there for it. So the condition of the set is really good.
Doom, right? His Instagram is amazing. So
now I won't even have to check for those other cards if you just get in the set, because now you'll already be covered on the other ones. All 100 cards are in here. It's just the base set. It's not the insert sets. The insert sets are something separate. So we did cap at 35.
That seems good. So, like, to me, I'm like, but it's Tom Morgan.
I think does PSA take into account common errors like that, Amanda, when they grade? What I'm speaking of, and so you can get it completely there, do you see this little bit of, it's that, how there's that stamp flecking? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because of the stamping on the front side, the machine always scrapes the back side a little bit.
I don't know for sure, because I wouldn't send that in.
I think that it's it's not a PSA set. I was guessing when we looked through it and all this that it may get like a PSA 8. Yeah, every card of that set has that. Absolutely. You can definitely find ones that are in a little bit better condition. This one is very minimal. It's one of the most minimals that I've seen on that. These are ones that really threw me off when I first saw these. So I believe this is Marvel's first coin cards. This is 2017 Fleer Ultra Spider-Man.
I think there were coin cards in 2016 Captain America 75th.
Oh, you are correct.
I could be wrong. Okay.
No, because I have that on my list. You are absolutely correct. So this was the second set. This one then we'll call first signed. Haha. but it's early. It's very early on it, and it is before coinage got cuts at the same time, because there were cuts in coins in there. These are sticker autos. They are there.
Name, good morning. I hope Dallas wrecks you.
What would be a Marvel art card set that I could look into, but one that tells a story? Like not portraits, but rather scenes, especially if there's some kind of continuity from one card to another. Well, we were covering the one here. That was that Fleer Ultra X-Men, because the back of the cards form up a 9-page story like this. And it is a unique story that was then printed in Wolverine 102.5, which I'd say go get that comic, but that comic's now several $100s.
Is there anything else that would have that for Marvel? It would have to be like would it be like one of the early comic images sets?
You kind of have, so the early comic image sets like Spider-Man 30th kind of tell the history. They would have that. Allegiance chapters cards have that. So if you looked at either one of the 3 Allegiance sets, Allegiance X-Men versus Avengers versus X-Men, Infinity Infinity Trilogy, I get the names right, and Secret Wars, there's a 90 card subset in that's telling the whole story of those crossovers. They are landscape side cards, not but they take panels from the original comics and then would show and then walk through the story on the back. 2017 coinage. I have no idea about these. I did not collect this set.
It's Spider-Man. I love this set. I love this set because I met so many people through this set.
This was a big gateway set. This is a really big gateway set for people to come into the hobby. There are 2 versions. There are autos and non-autos. And so like I know non-autos here and all this are cheaper. There is very few of these sold because this is not, I know this, they're also not numbered anywhere on them. So you don't get a serial number. You don't get, you can't, I know other people are smarter than me and have collected this longer and know about how many of these there are out there.
Yeah, I'm sure Jonathan knows like right off the top of his head.
Yeah, I think Jonathan and I'm sure Eugene would too. But what they are is, again, you have coins that match the year that the comic came out and the price of the comic. So this comic was originally 50 cents and these 2 coins match. And that's Uncle Walt's signature there with Walt Simonson. And then I think that there's only, of our 4 examples of sold, there's only 1 auto. And so when something's really low like that, I also want to look at the active market and see if you can find any others. Ooh, this is going to get really close, isn't it? This is Glynis. Glynis Oliver is the one that we're researching. This is on 151. I have it on 127. Neither one of those issues is especially story-driven keys, but this covers a little bit more. It's an homage to an earlier Spider-Man cover with the water. Someone's asking 50 on that unsold. Sal Buscema asking 100. I do know that Sal would be a little bit more chased than
I think so.
Glynis. 200 for the other 2s. Now you're starting to get people asking for a lot. Again, Glynis has got a couple. That's exactly our card. Asking 50 unsold. Okay. So if they're not biting at 50, I think here in store I would go with 40. Padwin, assuming that with the coins, assuming they're real, I'd look into if there are any error coins or mark variations. That's a really good point. If for whatever reason this year of 1973, I believe is what the year is on this one. I'm pulling it off camera to get better eyes on it. Yeah, 1973 on those. Or 1975. That one looks better. There we go. Get right up on it. So I can see one's a Denver mark and one does not have a mark, which is usually what?
Okay, this is
Philadelphia.
I'm sorry. This is like a level of nerd that I just cannot.
You're not on board with this?
This is dangerously close to being like a coin nerd. we're low, like on the hierarchy of nerd, but
these are a lot of fun. You'll see that they're thicker cards. They're embedded like that. You can see exactly what it is. I'm going back. Padwin's not wrong. Like if these are great coins and mean something that direction, what a bonus. But I'm going to stay in the realm of cards on it. I'm going to put this on the floor at $40. 50 hasn't sold. I would try 40. It's still auto. It's still cool from that set. I have a second one. It's funny. Can you insta?
Who's that?
Nope, you don't have. That's Shooter. That's That's definitely Jim Shooter on that. 1974 on a quarter. And again, it just says congratulations, you found certified and all this. We've already looked at the comps. We didn't see a Jim Shooter out there. Shooter's probably a little bit more chased. Just a little bit more chased. So I'm probably a 50 on Shooter, which is way under anybody asking out there. I just don't, you can't really believe.
I think a lot of people just they're just looking for offers. So that's hard to.
Right. As a store, we don't, like we will typically, we're trying to put a price. We're trying to figure out.
You mean you're actually trying to sell stuff instead of just have it pile up around you and eventually cave in?
Let's stay away from that because you'll see over my shoulder. We still have problems. Just because I try to sell stuff doesn't mean I actually get around to it. So, yeah, he prefers signing big on. Yeah, again, you could start playing the game of like how well. I will say this for a sticker auto, that is a complete shooter. He did not overflow it, so that's nice.
That is cool. That's the issue with. I still want a really nice Steranko, but he's frequently off sticker.
All right. Well, I was smart. I grabbed this. I'm going to post this link up again. You have a show tonight, don't you?
Yes, I do. In theory. Hopefully.
I keep forgetting to put people's comments up while I don't need to read the comment. We can put it on screen. That's what this software does for us, right? So you have a show tonight and you're doing, what are you doing?
I'm doing singles. I'm doing it's my spring cleaning. I have taken down all of my buy it now. I've taken down, yes, Leo. I've taken down everything that I have preloaded, and I have 3 800 boxes, and I am just going to work my way through them one card at a time and see if I could rehome anything before I redo inventory, because that seems like the better way to do that.
I'm randomly pulling from the autos pile, but if you have something that you think would be more fun to talk about, we should get to it. But I have extra. I'll pass the side. These are from that Marvel Creator's Choice.
I really like this set.
98 set. It was a lot of fun. Skybox, you can see how the autos also have a embossing for authenticity. And these were extras. These are all creator autos. Joe Kelly. Is that Teixeira? I'm gonna cheat.
The art is for sure.
Yeah, it's Mark Teixeira. Mark Teixeira, Steven Seagal, Larry Hama. Price tags are old. It's maybe $10. It may not
Someone's
be
going to say
anymore.
claim.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's probably the big one now, right?
Good luck. I lost it. Sorry. George Perez. This was the big one that really took off after his passing.
Yeah.
John Everett, I believe. John Estes.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That's somebody we know from the card side.
Yeah.
Dave DeVries is a pretty easy one for that. So Marvel Creators Choice.
This one, like I just saw this set. I actually have this set in the binder, which I don't usually do. Where did I just see that?
It's not choice, it's collection. Creator collection.
Yeah. There's a Deadpool card in there that I frequently get messaged about.
Yes. These are typically not crazy. Again,
they're still really affordable.
Leo, you can send me you can always send me lists. First off, always send me lists. As far as Masterpieces 2022, I have a very limited amount on those. It wasn't a set I went very hard on myself. So I can always look. And then Pabin asks, sketch cards have the same embossing. Is it always in the same place? I think of the sketch cards, I've seen them a little bit different placed because they tried to lock in the auto. If the auto was done by the creator, I will tell you guys an old story there. Some amount of the sketches did not get signed when they were done. So like John Romita didn't sign every one of his sketches. He was just doing them. And there was somebody at Skybox who applied signatures. And they look close. They're still pack pulled, but they're not John Romita signatures kind of thing. And if you know and can look at the difference, there's a market out there that people care about for the actual legitimate signatures over it's not aftermarket. It's just factory applied, I guess. I don't know. They were kind of done differently like that. Most of this looks 10 to 15. I don't have the Chen. I don't have the Sasso. But the Peter David, I had Peter David in there, didn't I? Or did I sell the Peter David?
I didn't see the
I must have sold the Peter David. But the George Perez, that's a PSA 10 for 50, and there was one other graded, a 9 for a lot more. Well, it's also older, so it's you're starting to get into a fuzzy logic area. I think these creator autos, I would turn around and say George Perez is probably 30. And sometimes you just have to like guess a little bit.
Yeah.
Larry Hama is probably a little bit more. The rest of the character, I mean, like you're a fan of Teixeira.
Big fan.
But not necessarily somebody who's commanding a higher premium and all this. I would say,
I mean, it might if they had gone with like Ghost Rider, possibly.
Yeah, I can see that. Or a Wolverine. He did quite a bit there.
I love his Sabretooth, that series.
So I would think that that's not what I want. I want that. The Larry Hama is probably 15. And I would be putting the rest at 12. We're getting spammed. That's cool.
Oh, where's Pete? Where's our constant mod?
It's so funny. Yeah, but so I mean, like some of that stuff's a lot cheaper. I had one left over from this set right now. The Silver Age set.
I have two. I think I have two autos from that right now.
And I believe, I can't remember if it's John or Sal, has two ink colors.
It's Sal, because those are the ones I have.
Oh, okay. Do you have both?
I don't think so. I think they're both blue.
Oh, okay. I can't remember what it is. I have one. I don't have the other color. I've never decided if I personally want it or not. You know, like.
Pete, get over on YouTube. We need you over there.
Now that guy hit us from Twitch, but whatever. Everybody could just ignore. We know we're smart enough people to know what spam is. All right, let's bring up Silver Age John Pashima. Oh, this is gonna be. This is a mess to find. Skybox, maybe if I had that in there. Yeah. And of course, the only thing you find that's out there is one that comes with a. It's definitely not a surfer.
Yeah.
I love Murray Severn.
Yeah, I was just thinking I would love to have that one.
I love that I have that one. It's one of my favorites.
What do I have? I've got to get organized. I have so much stuff. Someday.
This seems wild to me.
What's it at?
It sold for $300.
Mm.
No, I mean, like, again, that's the most recent comp that's sold. That's a wild price. When I don't know, maybe it's not that wild. Look, there's another one at $250. There's one at $100.
So I wonder if there's a danger, like for us or collectors who have been collecting for as long as we have, to like, you have it stuck in your head, like for the longest time, like what the Marvel retro boxes, I would go to shows and they were just sitting around. So it took me a long time to get to where like, oh wow, these have value now.
So I'll tell you, I agree with you, but I also think that there's another wild danger here that I'm looking at, which is that I'm very concerned when you have something that's that spiked up as a one-time thing. Does it mean somebody really needed it to finish off their collection? Because it's the same autograph I have here. There's nothing different about it. Or is it somebody who, overinflated one to come back and sell it?
Right.
And if we look at active here, there's none available. And it's wild that these are being asked for at this price.
Well, that's gouging. I think there are just people who assume that character is like wildly chased at this point.
Yeah. My first gut shot from old price memory on this card before it was going to be here was like, oh, I hope it's up to $50. Like that was my first, because these used to not be monstrous. I mean, obviously the Stan Lee one was always a big chase. But I mean, I kind of feel like this 100 is not too far off. Like it's a good
auction. Yeah.
It's an auction. It's not bad. There's none available on market. And if there's nothing available out there for market, probably.
So let me ask you this. So you're going to price this one with none being on market. When are you going to look again?
We run into a real problem with that because if I spend my time relooking every so often, or if I just list more things, is where can you use your time, right?
Yeah,
like you can, if I just added more things, it's likely I'm not going to look again. It's likely this will take a year for me to come back and decide to relook up this type of stuff, unless I hear some kind of spike. The other thing that's very common for me to relook up pricing will be, what if I get a collection with more?
Okay.
If I get more in from the same, from more Silver Age, and as I'm pricing the other ones, I may very easily come through and consider the rest. This card's in fantastic shape. You see that logo there really well. Corners are sharp.
I think both of mine 10'd. The card stock on those was nice.
I've got to look at mine at home. It's making me. I know what I'm going to go look at tonight because actually I have them all scanned. I could look at my scans too. But I also like I've had some of this stuff for a long period of time. I'm not into it for a crazy amount of money because this was definitely pack pulled for me. Like I definitely opened it up probably way after the fact. Probably something within the last 10 years.
That that set to me was interesting because I was buying that at a local card show, and that set particular sticks in my head as bricking like really early.
I definitely the last box that I opened of it did brick. I definitely had brick problems with that.
Like years ago, it bricked on me, and I remember thinking, "Damn, this hasn't even been out that long."
Well, I think the gloss on it is just that.
I think
just
that's
that heavy.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Let's see. Do you remember? Want to play memory lane here?
Let's see. Oh, okay. These were fun. So this is the set that has the 2 missing, or the 2 we haven't seen?
4 or 5.
Oh, is it that many? Okay.
Yeah, off the original checklist, I've never seen the Brian Michael Bendis. I've never seen.
Is it like Warren Ellis? Someone cool.
Warren Ellis was definitely one of them. Maybe it was between 2 to 4.
Wait, am I allowed to like Warren Ellis? I'm not.
I think as
David Mack is beautiful.
As a lady, I think you're out. Like,
yeah.
He's.
I love these. These are really nice.
This set was really tough to find. You don't find a lot of it out there.
I think that's the only one I have.
This one here, the Nova?
Yeah.
So you have to get this one to match it. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because Abnett and Lanning were writing the Guardians of the Galaxy, were writing the Nova at the time. They were the ones that created everything you know about the Guardians of the Galaxy movie universe, things like that.
Look at that.
Yeah, the Steve Englehart.
That is nice. The auto's nice. The placement's nice. The art's fantastic.
These are sticker autos.
Oh, that's a great one too.
Uncle Walt Simonson. Oh, I should have had that one out before the movie for the hype.
Yeah, that's timely.
Leo brings up Mile High pricing because of that's a standard thing. I will also say, Leo, one of the big reasons that they are priced as a store for international sales. They deal a lot in international, and that is a different market. And so that is not a knock, but it is definitely part of their sales strategy. And this was the 2008 set.
I have not been to Mile High since they left out here.
The mega store that they have out here is amazingly large. All right. So I've got a ton of them. So we kind of look at what's market look like. There's Uncle Walt for 75. So when I picked it all up and when I finished my set, I was down to missing like 4. And then I really found like 4 of the knowns because those unknown ones that we talked about still have never seen. But I was having a hard time with it. I was getting frustrated, and somebody put up a full set.
Scooch down. Who's 275?
That's 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
Which does include the Spider-Mans. I don't have an extra one. The Roy Thomas is really cool.
Oh, that is cool.
I don't know what that is. Oh, this is going to be a mini master set. God, we got to look.
Okay, let's see.
It's Series 3. It's got the Bring on the Bad Guys.
Okay, that's just the base set. Okay.
Yep, the insert sets.
All right.
And there's your writer list. Just look at you and me are both searching for the same thing. So BMB is not there, Brian Michael Bendis is not there. Warren Ellis is not there. They didn't have that. Oh, you only had P11 for the promo cards.
I wish I would have kept those promos. I sold all of them.
I love mine. So almost a master set. Almost. Because he says he's only got these inserts, but he doesn't say he has the foil versions of these inserts. Remember how there's the two, right? The regular and the foil.
For that one?
Wasn't there?
I don't think so.
You think it was regular only?
For this is 2008, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that was a master set for $723.
That's not bad with all those autos.
No, it was
and the Spider-Man promo.
That was a terribly worded auction. He should have gone much higher for that. I mean, again, like the Spider-Man alone is 120s. The Howard Mackie Ghost Riders 110.
We should do a show that's just entirely promo cards.
We have some. We definitely have some.
Like, I mean, all of them. Topps Cats.
How many promo cards for 96 Fleer Ultra Wolverine? There are, I'm going to call it 1.5. Here's why I call it 1.5. I just recently, yesterday, built the wiki page for the whole set, right? And I call it 1.5 because I think when you say you have one card, you probably have the Wolverine P1. This was the one official promo sized card. It says P1 in the bottom, talks about the set and all this. But there was a 4-panel. I'm going to have to go grab that box for a future show. I have a box with all like 4 panels and master prints, flyer prints, and things like that. But this 4-panel was distributed in Wizard Magazine. But it's that and has those. So, yep, there are 2 promos for the set. Both of those there. And then you have the Acclaim fold out that's kind of a promo card because it was inserted in every single pack. But I built my entire page with the full visual list of everything and all the information I could find. So I built this on I'll put it up in chat if you guys want. Take a link.
Tell me again, what scanner are you using?
I am using an Epson sheet fed. I can get you the model number.
The folks, well, I'm asking because the folks at Rico reached out with an enormous coupon.
I hear that there's a Rico scanner that's very good for this too. When I was looking at the 2, I went with Epson because it was cheaper, but you could have a coupon that blows up that whole idea.
Yeah, so I think I might think because they and I have seen them feed top loaders into it.
Okay, the Rico one, then I know which one you're talking about for Rico. It's much more expensive than the one I'm using, but it does take top loaders, which makes a lot of other people more comfortable.
Yeah, I was like, even reading the email, I was stressed until I saw the video.
Leo, do I know which wizard it was in? No, I don't know straight up which one it was, but I will check my box and I will let you know if I do have that promo. I think I have 2 or 3 of them. I just went through all of those and did all the master prints and all that. And I think that I will have that promo. But let me confirm before we deal with that at all. Back to these. I think that your ones that are a premium are mostly character based and not even creative.
Right. I think you're right.
So it's definitely the Wolverine. I had one in here that was the David Mack. Is probably a little bit better than the others. This right now, even though the Captain America Red Hulk movie didn't do as great as they wanted to, is still kept popularity with the Red Hulk. That's almost it's so close to being a Spider-Man.
Yeah, I really like that.
I think it's actually Daredevil in this.
It is.
It's from a Spider-Man book, but that one's Spider-Man. The Punisher's a little bit better. So I think you're really looking at about like 3 tiers.
Remy, good morning. James, good morning.
These are like the 125 tier. I think these are probably 80 to 90. And then the rest's
I like that Punisher a lot.
40 to 60.
Remy says hide all the Wolverines.
So like nobody, I mean, this is a cool card. It's fun because you don't see a lot of Agents of Atlas stuff out there. It's Jeff Parker who's done a ton of stuff, but you're just not going to find a lot of popularity for it.
So that's interesting though, because I feel like the Agents of Atlas, I feel like their popularity is growing, and I just wonder if people chasing them don't know about that card.
It's just, like, again, like if you can market something correctly, right? Get a big enough room with enough people. Let's see here. That's they were talking about Padwin's talking about how Terra Peak added photos. Yes, they've done a lot better job with that. And yeah, for your sketch comping, it is a lot better because again, at least now, if something's way old here and I can't figure out what it is, you can't click on it and all this, but at least you can see what the photo was. So you can get some guess right away as to whether like conditioning. It's really a lost art right now about trying to take all the factors in about pricing stuff. You see how in the group, how often you get asked questions.
Yeah.
Just kind of goes wild for that. So, but I know this again. Another thing I stress and I want to bring up to everybody in all this is jump over and check your actives. You don't have to believe pricing over here, but you do want to see what's market availability.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to specifically go look at that Wolverine, right, the Englehart.
So real quick, Remy's asking if that set has the Jim Lee art with the Larry Hama auto.
Almost certain he is correct. Let's look real quick for the Hama. Yeah, that's the Wolverine with Larry Hama. Yep, that's the one he's talking about.
That's nice.
It's so good. So the other, as an example here, like when we're trying to look at this, this Cap versus Wolverine, the Captain America annual one for Steve Englehart. There's no. Just make sure I spelled everything right before I say this. There's none available. The last time it sold, it was a sleeper over a year ago.
Wow.
I would never use that comp. And with nothing on the marketplace, you're literally at a point in time where you can set whatever. I honestly think that this $90 for the Larry Hama Jim Lee one is crazy low. Just the art alone on it. That's a great one. Anybody needs it, go Google, go eBay right now and go grab yourself one. But I don't have it. I can't sell it to you. I have mine. Yeah, for that Wolverine, I'm at 125, and I was just using that as kind of an example here and all this. You don't ever want to price higher than what's available, right? Because then why would somebody buy your card? Salicrup, last one sold 50 individually and active. So this is a great example. It's 100. There's the one at 100, and there's graded. It's not a bad deal on a graded.
Remy said he's going there now to buy the Wolverine.
Yeah, absolutely. I think 99. I think it was 89 or 99. I think that's a good deal on that card. I would not blink at that if it was one I was looking for. Like I said, I got lucky I think I bought the entire set of them for like $450. I think is what it was. I got really lucky on that. But finish my notes. 60. I do, and again, I get sometimes a little bit of advantage here. If I flash if I flash this card out in display here at the store, it is highly likely this gets purchased by somebody who's not a card collector.
Oh, absolutely. Just that art alone.
The nostalgia of this issue, this issue itself is priced up. And again, if you really love this issue, it's one of the ones that you have a nice graded copy and you want to turn around and put it on display. Like a lot of people would put this kind of comic on a 9.8 on display. To put a little card with it that matches up is just the greatest bonus there. So pick something, Amanda. Pick something. Strange favorite.
You don't want me to pick strange favorites. You have to go to the warehouse.
Yes, well, it's in the world of Marvel, because that's not because we're only restricted to Marvel here, but because that's what's in this room.
Because I'm just going to go straight to Topps Kittens.
I don't have Topps Kittens. Somebody stole them.
I'm sure there's still more there, although I did take like a lot. All right. How about, because I am knee deep in them, what do you have for 97 Marvel vs. Wildstorm?
Oh, that's good, but you're going to have to entertain people because I think I left that stack in the other room.
Okay.
I am going to bring up Leo's comment here. 2023 Fleer Throwbacks red set, 30 set went for $827 in auction. Leo, I would say this, it does depend on if you're talking about a physical set you've already taken off of EPAC, because remember, if it's on EPAC, somebody who wants to take it off EPAC has to pay 25 cents a card to get it shipped. So for a 60 card set like that, 25 cents a card adds up to $15, I think. So if somebody sold that on auction on eBay after paying the $15 to get it redeemed, that's just a real bummer to only get $8 for it. I think $25 to $30 is a reasonable price. Do we have a condition filter? Oh, I don't think I've ever. Didn't realize by default used would come up. Wonder what we missed. But let me grab Wildstorm.
Okay.
Right back.
Now I have to be entertaining. So I have sent him after 97 Marvel vs. Wildstorm because I recently purchased a lot from Heritage that I only needed like 2 or 3 to finish my set, and it wasn't clear how much was in there, but there were a lot in there of the refractors. Let's see, I have one right here, and they are those glorious 90s refractors, which have like the really nice, very refractory. That's the scientific term, is refractory. So I was able to finish my set. I think we finished Keith's set. Hopefully those were the right 3 that I sent. Yeah, Leo, sending cards home from EPAC is like, you have to prepare.
So are you completely done with this Wildstorm?
I believe I am. I need to double check, but I think I am.
I was looking at it. I have a full extra set plus of the Overpower, including that one. God, that's so good looking.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Team X. Why not Earth? Demonite Voodoo.
I like that one.
Backlash. And Brass. And then there were, what were these called? These were called the, help me with the name.
Oh, those are, I think they just call them clear chrome. I think they're just clear chrome.
Oh, that would be correct. Yep.
I think.
So Surfer, Captain America.
Some of mine are decomposing.
I've definitely had some that get a little sticky in a sleeve or in a page. Majestic. Grunge. Backlash. So Marvel, Wildstorm, Refractors. There is one thing I've seen out on a checklist that I've never actually seen one in real life. But I guess there's 3x3 uncut pages of refractors.
Oh, really?
I want to see that so bad.
I don't know. See, anything.
And then I say it.
Anything that gets above, like, I'd be tempted by that, but I really don't like the 4 panels and the larger size, unless it's an uncut sheet. I'd rather have a full sheet.
Oh, I need this. You choose from 5, 200 or best offer. Somebody got them for 140. I don't know if he got them all for 140. If he did, I'll cry. But like, again, base cards on this, just like, what would you say? Typically $2 to $5.
Yeah, I think I've been selling most of mine for like in between that, 2 to 5.
I mean, I do
There's
know
some exceptions.
Some of them jump. I know.
Yeah,
I know
there's
that some of
there's
them.
a Wolverine. The next card from that one is the biggie.
That one went to 15. Yeah. See, here's the great. You find 33 card lots for $50. Full set for $360. I'm glad you found my cards because I would have done that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how much the Heritage just said there were a few, and then it turned out to be like I got 5 of some card. It was like a huge lot.
That's so good. But there are such great ones inside.
Yeah,
of
that's a good one.
So, the ones I have extras on, you'll have to like single out the ones that you remember. Crazy Chase. That was just great.
Yeah, there's a lot of really nice art in this.
I actually am good friends with one of the artists from this. If you see on the back of them, any of them say the artist was Armando DeRuthi. He was one of the very first friends of the store here. He just stopped in. He lives up. He does.
Thanos is really nice.
Oh yeah, I just caught that. It's a little tough to see some of these.
Some of them are like, that's a really cool Morbius card. That Doom is really nice.
Admit it, you're more into the Wildstorm characters than
I'm thinking right now, and I love that Hellspot, and everyone else is looking at Magneto. It got Adam Hughes. This is actually a fairly creepy card.
I mean, Skin's just wrestling.
Yeah,
not a big deal.
Hanging in there.
Mondo.
See, that Chamber card to me is great, and that Jubilee is beautiful, especially with the refractor.
Shows off really well. What else we got? Oh, Spider-Man showing up.
Yep, with Gen 13.
On the beach.
Death Below. I love Death Below. I'm alone on that one. There's Team 7.
Team 7, Team X, and Omega Red. You get a lot on that card. So again, most of the Wolverines probably top out, like, unless they're that really.
There's a really nice Wolverine that is the third part of that Death Below triptych.
That Spider-Man's nice.
And there's a Venom in this also. That's just the side. There's one with him in Backlash that I think I'm completely out of at this point, but there's one with him in Spider-Man. It's just the side of his face. There's my guy.
So the whole reason you paid extra attention to the set. Is that Adam Warren art?
No, I think it's Lau.
Oh, Kevin Lau. God, it looked so much like Empowered.
Look at that one. It's fantastic.
Leo says he bought the standard sleeves.
Oh, just the standard. That's the ones that I have. Just the. Let's see. Whoops. I got one of these. I have to. Have you seen these yet? These rip kits. I love that tapestry. She's such a scary character. Yeah, just the 2mm, 2x3. Just the standard is what I'm using. That's weird.
Is there a different one than the 2mm?
I don't know. I don't know if there is or not.
So I thought the 2mm were like the ultra clear.
Yeah, they are. They're the crystal. I love this. I love Jason Pearson so much. Every time I see that card, I think like, there's no shot. Grunge is just about to get his ass handed to him. I don't know why they paired them up.
Yeah, that's not going to end well. I love the Wildcats X-Men books, the different eras that they did.
Oh, I love this one. And this one connects with the Rainmaker.
Oh. So I have some.
Our Stelfreeze, who's always good.
There's some there. That definitely has to. Because again, like if you look at you, it's not easy. I know I've chased for those ones you're sending me. They're not all available.
That's the thing. Like, I had someone ask me for, I can't remember which one they were looking for, and they were like, these shouldn't be this much. They're one per pack, but it's like that for some reason finding these is a pain in the ass.
One per pack, 90 in the set, and then some characters get extra attention because of say character collectors. That really can turn around. Let's see here if we can. I'm just kind of curious about where the other. I don't think the Chromium, like that's even that Golden Age Wolverine for like $8. I didn't think these were crazy.
I don't think they are. Leo, I sent you a pack of 100, I think, in the last shipment that I sent you. So those will be the ones that I use. You'll just order more of those.
Yeah, you can match up the BCW always has, as an example here, I'll bring it back up. There's always a code. Like this is the one, SSLVs.
Yeah, those are the ones I use.
And again, I just used that for the, I was going to see. How far mine stick out and all that. Just barely. So they don't seem to be that bad of a problem. So these probably are probably $6 to $10 depending on character. I think the only character, it's really Wolverine and Team X that are really the only things that would.
That Venom, the Backlash and Venom is expensive. Just based on my sales. You don't have an extra in there. The one with Venom and Pike. The Wolverine, the solo Wolverine from the Deathblow triptych. The Jean Grey, I think you brought that up. You didn't have that one, but I think you brought that up on eBay. The the Phoenix Force card, that I think is the title.
Clear chromes look really.
Yeah, those are like not
complete set for $25.
They picked the characters that were popular at the time, but like not all of them have held up. I would imagine like the Solo Cap and maybe like the Surfer card.
Yeah, the Surfer was going to be my guess, but even at that, like I'm not seeing anything crazy on the solos. They felt like they're $3 to $5 a piece.
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah, Leo, it's what I use in my side loaders, the side load binders. So yeah, the BCW shouldn't be a problem. So clear chrome, 3 to 5, overpower, 8 to 10, and then we said mostly 3 to 5 on the refractors. All right, well that does give me plenty of pieces to turn around and finish scanning, putting up online, verifying that everything's good enough condition to ship and not have anybody mad when it shows up.
Right.
But we brought up that you've got a show tonight.
I do. I have a show tonight. I have got to make time to get into this rip kit thing.
Are you doing like a review on it, or?
Yeah, they would do a review. I've seen some of them online. It seems from what I can tell, it's like a matte black box. Ignore I have so much crap in here, card supplies, that I can't keep the drawer shut. It leans forward. I have to tape it. Good morning, Bill, or good afternoon, Dre. Good afternoon. So it's like I gather you order it and it comes in like a nice black matte, like magnetic top box. And it comes with packs and then it comes with supplies. But I'm curious. I don't know. Like, I think the idea is that it would be monthly. But like, how many of these boxes do you need?
So it's kind of a loot crate.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly a loot crate. And the issue that I had with Loot Crate when I did that was I ended up with like 15 boxes I didn't need. So I don't know if they're going to do like here's just like, you can just buy the packs part. They do like, I think you can get all baseball. They sent me multi-sport. And then I think they're going to roll out Pokemon, but they don't have anything for non-sport right now.
Gotcha. God, even getting the supply on Pokemon is so tough right now. Like, we got new Pokemon in this week and we had like 6 boxes. That's it.
Did you have a line of people fighting outside your store?
We did not, but then I had people that contacted me after and realized that, oh wait, you guys do get it? Are you getting the next one? What time do you open? So like, I expect that for next time.
Maybe you guys can start like up a hot dog cart or something and make a little extra money.
We'll lease the roadside vendor.
James, I definitely need a bigger boat.
Well, that got me through some of my stuff, and now we get to play the game of how fast can I get everything online.
Well, you don't have anything else to do, so I mean, you should probably
not at all.
Breeze right through that.
Nothing close to ordering. And I mean, we finally got this point where most of the Marvel inserts are in an order that I know I can put my hands on something if somebody asks. You know, somebody says, "Hey, I need blank, whatever. I need ages inserts and all this." I know what box of those are in, and now it's just kind of picking through those. And then at the same time, like on the website, I was really focused on getting up Anime Volume 2, just because I had a lot of work done into that. Mm-hmm. So getting up the base cards and the Hyper Mosaic and the Mega Moons and the Thatched for all that. So it's just going to be constantly chip at it. And then especially getting complete sets up or something that's easier item. It's just one item to put up instead of 100 different cards. And then it makes it a little bit easier to sell those and all that. So, but it is, we got a lot of plans. We got a lot of organization that we're doing here and getting it all available in the new software, how it interfaces with websites, really kind of helping out. So just leading down the right path.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. So again, wrapping this up for everybody. I kind of had a plan to try to come back here and do this weekly, but part of that's going to dictate on, we did so much looking through stuff and getting things ready. And then what does it take to get it online? So maybe it's bi-weekly. We'll just, it's to keep the flow going on and working on that. We are always accepting wish lists. We can always turn around and jump the queue and tell you what we've got, give you first option on that. So you can turn around and send us messages at any point in time for singles, including base set, inserts, whatever. High end stuff is going to be a little light. High end stuff usually has moved easier through other channels, and it's not our priority and focus to like make that available on the website. Although there is that huge amount of 96 masterpieces graded that needs to get priced and available. But
I need to talk to you about that potentially.
Okay. Cool. Especially if you got some big whale that just wants to buy it all and walk away.
Yeah, it might be something along those lines.
I love it.
The struggle of keeping everything organized. Marvelous cards. So Keith is like actually someone who like says, "Oh, I'm going to work on this today," and he does. My idea of organization is taking a stack, re-sleeving it, and then moving it to a different part of the desk. I think that's it.
I would never get anywhere if I didn't just keep buying these boxes and drawers over here and all this, and then just at least put something away kind of idea. So it's that kind of thing. Leo's asking about Bianchi 18 masterpieces. Yes. I won't have much in tier 4, and I won't have much Mirage.
Do I have any?
But I will 1 to 3, a lot of both gold signature base and what if.
I think mine are all purple. Venom's 3, right?
Venom on that one is what number? Card number?
78.
Yeah, tier 3.
I think mine are all purple.
Yeah. I have a little bit of like I think 18 is the one I have nothing on tier 4. 16 I have extra purple sets. And then when you get to 20 and on 20 I've got a couple extra tier 4. Yeah, Bianchi set is amazing. It's a really good looking one. Yeah, you can always try us with whatever wish list and see if we've got it there. Come into Amanda's show and totally derail her efforts by asking for a card. Is she
come into my show and then I'll send you to Keith's website.
But yeah, it's just always going to be more cards out there. All that to be find it.
Yeah.
But thanks everyone for tuning in. It was fun. Thanks Amanda for hanging out. You're always welcome to join and give input and ask the appropriate questions, kind of thing like that.
I'm gonna ask, do you sell Upper Deck polo shirts in the store?
This is a Diamond Dealer free shirt I got at one point in time. Oh man, I forgot. I should have brought in my coasters. I still have to taunt you with my coasters.
I have no desire for the coasters.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so disappointed. They look like pucks.
Yeah, no desire. I got the hat. I got a pullover. I had to harass them forever for the hat, and then I don't wear it. Ian has a blanket.
It's interesting, all the little things that come out through different channels.
Yeah.
Like, it's not consistent. It's not consistent at all, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a lot of fun.
No, it is kind of fun. So it's like, okay, I got my hands on. It's like a pullover. They very clearly don't make things for women, because it's like, I want to zip up. I don't want to have to like brush my hair.
Jonathan wants UD hockey jerseys.
I saw one at the expo.
They actually
on an Islanders fan, and I was so rude. He introduced himself as an Islanders fan, and I was like, I have never met one before.
Was he old?
He was probably my age, so yeah.
The early 80s were pretty good for the Islanders. That's all I'm saying. But
I was like, wow, you do exist.
And then Rick DiPietro kind of derailed the world. So, it's just funny that way.
Yeah, it was an Upper Deck hockey jersey. It wasn't like a nice one. It wasn't stitched. It was just like what screen is that screen printing or?
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I gotta ask Billy where he got that, because I'm sure he didn't make it.
Yeah. Well, it makes a lot of sense with as much as they do in hockey that would be floating around. That one doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Oh well, you'll have to find yourself one.
Probably.
Just turn around and tell them that they need to make a new batch. Just use King's colors, right?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, and then you're covered.
I'll tell them I'll wear it. The draft is out here this year, so I'm sure they're all gonna.
Oh, see, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. Fix it all. Although I would have gone to the one in Vegas if I'd thought about it.
I know. I feel like we all snoozed on that one. We could have probably got a fairly decent group willing to go to Vegas.
That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Keep an eye on the pages, and we'll post up when we're doing it again.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks.